Here are my favorite books from last year. I say books, not graphic novels, because a lot of my favorite books kind of don't fit into any category, but we'll start with a big book. Now, last year I had the oversized giant Dan Clowes Studio Edition, which is amazing. And this year I splurged on this little baby. This is covers from EC Comics, so it's all the cool old creepy comics, and oh, they're beautiful. Everyone is a work of art, easily could be on the wall. So good, so cool. Glad I splurged on that. And in that same kind of vein, Tony and I talked about this in the parking lot at Amazing Stories back in May, these artist editions, which are so cool. These are actual shots of the pages that the artist drew and then inked, and you get a glimpse into the world of Kirby and Ditko and all these amazing artists. If you're a fan of the genre, this is something that you should add to your collection, because they're beautiful, they're amazing. So there's the Fantastic Four, and then there's also the Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm hoping that they put out more of these in the future. And then they also dazzled us with these reproductions of the Marvel Masterworks. So we've talked about these reproductions as well. Again, if you are a student of the genre, pick these up. They're like usually the first 10 appearances of those characters ever, and they've been churning these out every couple of months. So, you know, there's again Fantastic Four and Thor and Hulk and Spider-Man and all these super cool books, and they're funny and weird and awesome. And I love that when the Doctor becomes Thor, the next day he goes back to work. Who would do that? I don't know. Anyways, amazing. I'm learning all the time. So good. Also from last year, Simon Hanselman had a new book. We talked about Seeds and Stems last year. This is his response to COVID, and it's our little crazy group of Meg and Moog and friends, and it's kind of dark. This is how they deal with COVID, and believe me, they didn't do any better than any of us. But it's still a fun read. It's a really thick book, as you can see, and well worth picking up. Last year, my #1 book was Brubacher and Phillips, and it was one in the Reckless series, and this is the third one, and it's super good. The storytelling is still great. It continues with Reckless and, you know, all of his wacky adventures and living in the San Francisco movie theater that he calls home. Pick this up. It's just great pulp fiction. If you like the detective crime genre, this definitely should be on your list. And not a graphic novel, but a beautiful coffee table book. Picked this baby up, couldn't unwrap it until after I'd seen the movie because I did not want any spoilers. Now, gorgeous. I love about the movie that they have so many beautiful things in it, and they don't spend any time on it at all. So you see these amazing murals, and you see these ships and costumes and stuff, but they're telling a story, and they have a lot to get through, so they do not dally. This gives you an opportunity to really look in depth at those things. It's gorgeous. Just such a beautiful book with lots of rich photographs. So really happy I picked that guy up. Now on to some almost graphic novels. This is The Labyrinth, and I only recently picked this baby up. It's Simon Stålenhag, and he also has composed music that goes along with it, and you can find that on YouTube. This is more like a storybook, where there's a gorgeous picture on one page, and then opposite is text. And it tells the story of two adults and a child that are going on a scientific expedition. It's sort of this post-apocalyptic kind of sci-fi world. And then you learn what their relationship is with each other and this new world that they're living in. It's dark, it's bleak, it's beautiful, it's well written. It would be a great novella on its own, but with the rich, gorgeous illustrations, it just takes it up to the next level. So The Labyrinth, I think you're going to see this one on a lot of top 10 lists for the year. This one creeped in right at the buzzer, Carbon and Silicon, and it's amazing. It's the story basically of these two robots and how they have to reinvent themselves to circumvent the rules about AI, and it kind of shows their journey over like 300 years. And through their eyes peripherally, you see what the humans are doing. And it's, again, kind of bleak, kind of dark, but for sci-fi, this is one of the best books that I've seen in a really long time. So this is one that you should pick up. And again, it's the artistry of it is awesome. It's got a real Euro kind of Mobius feel to it, but you should pick this up. It's real good. And finally, book of the year. This is, it's so gorgeous. This is Monsters, and Barry Windsor Smith, best known for like the Conan Tarzan kind of stuff. He is been working on this book for 30 years, and finally it came in, again, thick. This is an opus. This is a great story. It would make an amazing TV show because there's all these different characters that eventually all come together to tell the story. I love this book. Love this book, and you will love it too. Those are my favorite things from 2021. Hope I've inspired you to pick up some good reads.